Hello, this is William Danchin with PwC Pure Water Corporation in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. What we have here is our DEFERUM high iron removal filter. This model number is the DEFERUM 500. Now, 500 means 500 cubic meters per day, and DEFERUM is a Latin word for remove iron. This is a assembled unit here in the warehouse at our Business Associates Canadian Dewatering, and I just want to explain to you a few of the components and talk about assembly and startup of this particular filter. So the filter consists mainly of a filter tank body. That's the tank that's you see in the center, and two vertical components called the hydro robots. That's those vertical pieces right there. So at the base of these hydro robots are these units here that are primarily bolted on to the flange. The hoses are basically just a siphon. Removes the water that collects in the invert of those pipes after a backwash. Now, the inlet to this filter is located right there. And one of the key parameters of this filter is that the inlet pressure must be a minimum of 65 psi. That's about 4.5 bar. And the flow rate on this particular filter is about 21 cubic meters per hour, or approximately 90 US gallons per minute. So the water enters that pipe and goes up into a header, after which the raw water is fed through those horizontal assemblies called AKV aerator degasifiers. Those units are very effective in oxidizing iron and removing any types of gases that may be present in the water. Gases such as hydrogen sulfide, H2S, methane, CO2, radon, ammonia, etc. This two ports at the bottom of the filter are primarily just for drains, and this port here is a filtrate discharge port. In this particular tank body, we have a floating polymer media, and that media is retained just below that valve by a ring and a mesh. So as the water comes in to the filter via the header and the aerator degasifiers into the top of the hydro robots, it flows down the hydro robot assembly in through this pipe and into the bottom of the tank body. The oxidized iron and suspended solids and all other contaminants that this filter is designed for removing are caught up in a patented and proprietary floating polymer media in an upward flow fashion. The upper part of this tank holds the filtered water, and it is also used to backwash. This is another discharge port, and in this particular location the water from the top of the filter will come down that pipe and be discharged through that outlet. We have another discharge filtrate port on the other side of the filter behind our hydro robots, as you can see there. This filter comes with two hydro robots and 4 AKV aerator degasifiers. These components come apart for shipping and can be mounted on these brackets. These hydro robots can be mounted on these brackets for land transportation purposes. That's what those brackets are for. So the filter comes in 3 or 4 pieces. Basically the pipes that you see and the components that you see assembled come separate. You simply mount the hydro robots onto the flanges, as you can see there, bolt them to the tank body by those brackets. Now in this particular filter we have labeled the one hydro robot A for the A bracket and on the other side B for the B bracket. And then this filter has to be mounted on a slightly elevated base, using a solid base, so that those backwash inverts can be bolted on. And in many cases there's a box or a casing that's built around the inverts where the backwash water can discharge into and then drain off into a holding tank or a ground disposal area. These filters do not require any power to operate. There are no moving parts, there's no electronic controls. They are self-regulating, self-backwashing, and very durable filters for all kinds of applications, including pre-filters for membrane filtration systems. For more information, please contact PWC Pure Water Corporation or go to our website at www.DEFERUM.com. Thank you and greetings from Canada.